to blame when you blink and you miss her. What the hell, you better watch your mouth, sister.
Welcome to Watch Your Mouth, Sister, episode 9. I'm one of your hosts, Kathleen.
I'm Anne-Marie.
Megan.
And we just wrapped up our last episode. And as sisters do, we just sit around and gab after we record. And we're like, we just need to keep rolling with this because we just keep talking about stuff. And we're like, this would make
This
great
was really
content.
good stuff.
So we just happened to be talking about sex and our kids and them coming to the realization that as parents and older parents, we have sex still, and they just don't realize it, and they just die.
I don't think they want to realize it.
Well, we didn't want to.
No.
Mom and Dad, when we were growing up,
No.
that's just, it's a horrible thought to think of your parents doing it.
Absolutely.
Try sleeping on the top bunk, and the cold air return is right there. It's just
Shared with mom and dad's room.
shared with mom and dad's room, and hearing all that goings on. Like it's not good.
I'd need serious therapy for that.
I would have knocked on the wall
I might have accidentally.
and been like, hello. Or put your mouth up against the vent and be like,
you doing in there?
what's all the ruckus?
Ew.
Sure, both of them were active participants. To
Oh,
be honest.
stop it. Oh,
We don't
stop
need
it.
details. We do not need
No.
details.
To suffer, so can you.
Nope.
I've had it. It's been living rent free in my head for the last 45 years.
Sick.
40 years, I should say. I was probably a teenager, but anyway.
As a teenager, I totally would have knocked on the wall.
Well,
That's
I
just
did. I think they might have heard it, but do you have any stories where you think that your kids might have heard you?
No.
not that they've ever mentioned, but there was one time one of my kids was probably 16 and my birth control was sitting out on my desk. And he came in and I was on it for the hormonal reasons. I had already had a tubal ligation after my third child. However, he came in and he said, "What is that?" And I said, "That's birth control." And he said, "Oh." He's like, "You take that?" And I said, "Yes." And he's like, "What for?" And I said, "Well, I take it for other health reasons, but it's birth control." And he said, "What? You and dad still?" "No." I said to my son, "We're married." And he said, "No, really, you're joking, right?" And I said, "No." And he walked out of the room and I was doing what I was doing at my desk. And he came back in and he said, "No, really."
He didn't believe you.
Did not believe me at all. And it was the funniest thing. And I wish I could tell that story at his wedding someday when he gets married, because it would be hilarious, but it's also inappropriate.
Very
It really
inappropriate.
is.
But he was so cute. Like his
She
little
was
face.
very, very naive.
And I think it probably traumatized him.
Probably, but when he gets older, he'll realize, I guess that's how it goes.
Right. Luckily, I've never been told that,
You've been busted.
yeah, I've been busted. So I'm glad I haven't known about it if I was.
The one that really stands out in my mind is it was Easter time, and the Easter bunny brought the kids a bunch of crappy toys, little slinkies and stuff. And I think my oldest was 8 or 9. We went upstairs and all of a sudden there's pounding on our doors. I'm like, "What's going on?" And our oldest said, "My slinky broke." I'm like, "Your freaking slinky broke." And I said, I can't fix your slinky. I'll be out in a minute.
You were busy with another slinky.
I'm like, I'm going to break a slinky pretty soon. I mean,
Damn.
Weenie.
no, I don't put that in the podcast.
Oh, that's definitely going in there.
It is
Definitely.
playing in. Anyway, so he's interrupting us. Like, like he even knew, right? So, but then I think he did, because then he just sort of hung around, and I said,
Still at the
this
door?
isn't happening. Yeah, still at the door, pounding. But my slinky broke. I think he sort of probably knew.
You were in there getting smoochy.
getting smoochies and whatnot. So yeah, that's the only one I can think of. But
Have you guys ever seen This Is 40 with
Yes.
Todd?
Yes. I love it.
Where he's like, hey, I think he says, you want to have sex? And she's like, sure. She's like, but my stomach really hurts and I just had explosive diarrhea. But if you want to. Because she totally didn't want to and was like, trying to gross him out.
oh my God,
Can't gross a man out. You can't gross a man out.
Just take a shower.
Yeah.
Right?
Just shower. It's
Yeah.
fine. Just shower.
They don't care.
Just like in that Eat, Pray, Love, like Julia Roberts was eating pizza and the woman sitting across from her was like, oh, I'm watching my carbs. I have a little pooch. And Julia Roberts said, all women have a pooch. And she's like, I know, but she's like, eat the food. Have you ever been kicked out of a bedroom before by a man for having that pooch?
Right.
And she said, no. She's like, exactly. Eat the pizza.
So true.
I eat the pizza.
I'm always eating the pizza.
Although I'm not a fan of pizza, to be honest.
I like pizza.
I like deep dish pizza.
Your mother loves pizza. She wants to order
Big
pizza
Mare loves pizza.
Every 3 to 4 days, she's like, let's order pizza tonight. Oh, you don't like pizza, do you? I'm like, no, Mom, I don't. But I'll get something
Every
else.
Wednesday when you work late, she orders pizza. She does all her stuff when you're working late. She makes her Amazon deliveries come when you're not around.
Her nicotine mints come, the 2 milligram nicotine mints.
Buys in bulk.
She buys them.
does.
No, she has them on auto ship now.
Oh my gosh, it's just like
Along with her Imodium.
Oh my God, that's great.
They come together, and along with the gazillion orders of mints we get a week and
her
chocolates.
chocolate.
And she orders chocolate from Amazon, bless her heart. And every single time it is melted.
Oh no.
She buys the Ghirardelli caramels.
Which are amazing.
Which are amazing. And
Sponsor us.
Yeah, sponsor us. Remember Crapper Candy?
Yes.
The Ghirardelli. We always call it Crapper Candy because someone put
A beautiful bowl of Ghirardelli in the bathroom.
So now we have Crapper Candy. When we go on our
yeah.
girls trip,
Yep.
we always have Crapper Candy.
That's right. I forgot.
Although we
about
mostly
that.
put it in the bathroom on the sink, not on
Right.
the back of the crapper.
Right, exactly.
So
So yes, her deliveries come when you're not home on purpose.
exactly, because she knows I'll give her the what's what about.
She actually tried to rationalize her nicotine mints to me on the way home from the 70th birthday party we went to last weekend for our aunt. And she said, I was sitting between my 2 cousins who were smoking, and I counted it up. They had 62 milligrams of nicotine, and I only have 2 at a time. So I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm like, rationalize it all you want in your head, Mom. It's still not good for you.
I think I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, because you're going for immunotherapy treatments every 3 months.
But the thing is she only does 2 mints at a time.
2 milligrams,
And I don't know how she holds them up in her mouth, but she sucks on those babies probably for a good hour. But then
I don't think it's the same mint, though.
No, it might not be. She might stuff them in her pockets, but from time to time we'll find one on the ground here and there. But she also eats them constantly. So her 2 milligrams an hour or 4 milligrams an hour is literally like round the clock.
Yeah, because she is a night owl. So she sleeps in spurts. So she'll sleep 2 hours and watch a show, sleep another 2 hours. But every waking moment, there is a nicotine mint in her mouth.
She'll fall asleep with them in her mouth
will.
too.
They clank on her dentures. It's I can't handle it.
She knows it.
Sound. It's the menopause. It's the menopause. I cannot stand the sound of chewing.
Misinphonia.
It is. It's terrible. And I was sort of like that. It never really bothered me that much, but the last year it's been terrible. So Dan will make a bowl of ice cream and he puts chocolate chips on them or butterscotch chips. I kid you not. He can make one morsel of a chocolate chip crunch like 6 or 7 times. I'm like, what the fuck are you eating over there? What the fuck are you eating?
This is so funny because last night Russell was eating something on the couch and he took a bite. He said, I looked at him like I gave him the death stare. And he's like, what? And I'm, close your mouth.
What's so funny is that I can hear that but I can't hear hardly anything else. Like my hearing has gone really bad. I think I need hearing aids, and that's no joke.
Yeah.
I feel like my hearing has gotten
But you
bad.
can hear chewing from 2 rooms away.
I can hear him crunching those goddamn
Miracle
chocolate
Ear,
chips.
if you want to be a sponsor.
Miracle Ear, Habitrol. Habitrol nicotine. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Oh my gosh. If we're talking
Marlboro.
about sponsors, I'd like to give a shout out to Zepbound.
Zepbound.
Ozempic.
I'm on Zepbound too. It's amazing stuff. I just got bumped up, so we'll see.
I'll
I've
take
been
any
eating like a horse lately.
GLP-1, please, with a side of Zofran.
Zofran's good too. Oh my
I could
god.
be sponsored by Cadillac Escalade, please.
I would. Yeah.
Ever since I was probably started working like in a real job, I have always wanted a Cadillac Escalade. And I'm 5'2", and it would be probably too much for me. But it was
I
like,
drive a huge.
for some reason, it's been my dream car, but I can't pull the trigger.
If Megan
crazy.
can drive her beast of a truck, you can drive a beast of a truck.
But then
Although
I think-
Megan's a tad bit better driver than you are.
Yeah, I think I kind of miss having like a bigger, like a minivan. I feel like I need to get like something with a 7-seater for
the
girls
Kia,
trips.
a girl
The
we
Kia's
work
Carnival.
with, has a murdered out. For those
She's
of you who don't know
23. And
what
I
a
love it.
murdered out car is, all black, like all
Oh
black,
yeah, with the brims
top
and
to
everything.
bottom. And I had no clue this thing was a minivan. I thought it was a regular SUV but the doors slide open like a regular minivan.
Oh wow.
It's
And it's
really
a
nice.
Kia,
looking.
huh?
It's a
Kia Carnival, and it's so pretty. So pretty.
I loved having those sliding doors when the kids were little. That was carpool pickup was amazing.
But
But
had my minivan maybe for 4 years, and then I moved to the Sequoia.
the
What I
purple
wouldn't give for
beast, the purple beast.
I never, ever, ever had a minivan.
Oh, shut up.
Wasn't doing it. Nope.
How about the week that I got my Purple Beast Sequoia back in the day? We went on a impromptu trip to Florida, Ann and I, with all 6 kids. And on the way there, we were all hungry, so we were going to get some McDonald's. And I said, no sauces. You can't have any sauce in my car. No barbecue with your nuggets.
Your oldest cried.
He did. And each kid could only bring one backpack.
Yes.
Because there was hardly any room. So they all had one backpack. If they brought an extra something or other, they had to put it by their feet.
Yes.
But
And they were
it
fine
was
with
a
that.
Good trip.
They
We
were
had
happy to
so
go.
Much fun. We on the way down listened to Justin Timberlake, Suit and Tie, the whole entire time.
His new album had just dropped, but we listened to it the whole time. And my oldest tells me all the time that was just horrifying for him. It was absolutely horrifying.
And then you threw a fit about the ice cream.
I don't remember the ice cream incident.
Didn't somebody leave an ice cream scooper in the ice cream?
Oh, no.
Oh no. Okay, so I go to get leftover spaghetti after we made spaghetti one night, and I go to open it, and there's a fucking 1 cup scoop, like a measuring cup in there.
Yes.
It's like, what the hell is this? No, actually, I think it was just a spoon. One had a spoon, and the other one, they left the spoon in there. I'm like, what is going on in here? This is just ridiculous and disgusting. And Amory's boys do that. They
do because they have to measure out
Their carbs.
their carbs and how much
because
they
they're
eat.
type 1 diabetics.
So
So you take it out and you put it in the sink, you rinse it out, and then reuse it.
So
it's fine.
sorry to your poor nephews who are type 1 diabetics.
well,
but you don't get to measure out your
You
stuff.
can measure out your stuff with a clean cup. That's what you can measure up.
It was never an
They're
issue in our
boys.
house.
They're
It really
boys.
wasn't.
Boys don't care. Yeah.
I figured if they were measuring and being accountable, that was the least of my worries.
Well, there you go.
So kiss my ass, Kathleen.
I will. I do. Yeah. That was a fun trip. And
It was kind of cold though. That was the only
It
thing.
really was.
It was spring break. We thought, oh, we're going on a spring break trip. We went to Destin and
got a condo.
we all crammed in a 2-bedroom condo. We went there and I think we were lucky if one of the days was 70
Yeah, it was really
and it was really windy, but the pool was open and it was heated. So we did that, and Kathleen and I had a good time. I don't know about the rest.
I think
rest
they
of
did.
them.
They had really
It was good memories.
I think we were talking about this last night. We went out to dinner with friends, how they also do family trips with her sister and their kids, and they have a good time. And now I feel that set the bar high to having a fun vacation. If we said, oh, hey, do you want to get a house at the beach? Well, is Aunt Riri coming with?
Oh, yeah.
the
No,
boys?
everybody has to come.
Like everybody has to come. And if we were to just go, the 5 of us, that it would not be as fun as if all of
Everybody
us got
was
together.
there. Our children are just like us in the fact that they love to sit around a table and just talk for hours.
Right.
About everything. Some of those nights that we did our family vacations, we would sit at a table playing Uno with whoever wanted to sit and join. And it was just, those are like some of the best memories. And it not necessarily like going to the beach, but just all being together under one roof, cousins, grandma, aunts and uncles. It was always so much fun. So now,
Speaking of those vacations, you couldn't really have sexy time with those family vacations.
No, it just wasn't.
that was just not even in the cards.
No,
This is not the week that's going to happen.
no, there's
Because not only worried about your kids finding out,
the whole entire family. But then it's not like they don't try. Like the husband, like,
No.
hey.
Right.
No, it's not happening.
Everybody's sleeping.
Everybody, it ain't going there.
Like my
Not
mother's
going
in the room next door and we're sharing a bathroom. We have to
caught
be
by the
real quick.
parents.
We have to be real quick.
What fun is it for a woman to be real quick?
Sometimes
Let's just
it is.
be honest.
It is. Well, you've never had a quickie in the dining room when your parents were upstairs sleeping in their bedroom.
Yeah, I remember that happening when you did that.
With my husband.
Were you married at the time? No, you weren't married at the time because if our parents were
Of
upstairs
course,
sleeping.
I was married at the time.
Megan, get that look off your
I
face.
can't. Guys, please stop.
Okay.
It's like listening to my mom talk about sex here.
Well, I'm
Don't be a prude.
I'm not being a prude. I just don't want to hear about the actual instances.
So what
okay?
if you were talking with our younger sister? Would you be as grossed out?
Yeah.
Really? So it's
Yeah,
just a
I
whole-
just
But you had told me before that when we talked about it in the past.
it is about you that it doesn't bother me, but it bothers me with Anne because she was like a mother figure to me growing up. And it bothers me for Colleen because I don't know, she was my little sister.
little.
Yeah,
sure.
she's younger. It's so funny because my oldest, till this day, even though he's 23, when he comes home, he'll fling open our door and just jump in the middle of the bed with us, which we
Aw.
don't care.
Yeah.
And like 99.999% of the time, nothing ever is going on. But that once he came home and our door was closed, I mean, we were just watching TV or whatever. We closed the doors because we don't want the dog to get out in the middle of the night and do whatever. And he comes and he jumps right in the middle. And Dan looked at him. He's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm just coming to say hi." And I said, "How do you know that I'm not naked under these covers? What makes you think that door wasn't closed for a reason?" He's like, "Oh my God."
Did he go
that's
scurrying
disgusting."
out of there?
And I'm just like, I'm just joking. But moral of the story is knock next time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
So-
lock your door?
When? At night when we go to bed?
No.
Or
Like
when
if
it's-
you're afraid somebody's going to come in.
If the beds are rocking, don't come knocking.
Yeah, if that's going to happen, yeah, we lock the door even now because now we have Big Mare and she's right underneath us, but she can't hear shit, so that doesn't matter. And she would bellow from below and tell us what
She
we
would
need.
call
Like,
you.
She'd call you on your cell.
Is everything okay up there? Which is funny because I can hear everything that goes. She's on the phone and
We're paying the bills. That's what mom and
We're
dad
pay-
used to say when they'd
Yes.
go up
You
to
know
the
what ours
room.
It was, want to go have a conversation? We have to have a conversation
Oh, wow.
upstairs.
So ours was a nap.
A nap.
And that's totally believable in our family because us girls and our mom and our cousins were all big nap.
They were big
We come from
nappers.
a nap family. I have a friend who she and her whole family totally against naps. You wake up, you get dressed for the day. You can sleep when you go to bed at night. You do not go back in the bed. You do not take a nap. Unless you're sick.
I'm not a huge napper.
I need a couple of winks every now and then.
Yeah, I've always liked naps, but when I was younger, I was a night owl or worked midnight. So
Mhm. Same.
that
I still
would
am.
nap.
If I lay down for a nap, it's literally power nap, like 10
Sure.
minutes. I just can't nap. It's just not in me.
If I didn't sleep the night before, I can definitely nap, but it has to be in the morning, like go back to bed for a little
What?
bit.
Speaking of beds, Kathleen's thinking about getting one of them Craftmatic adjustable beds. She sent us a group text the other day saying, asking for a friend. What has anybody had a good recommendation for an adjustable bed?
You crank at the bell.
When you put a quarter in it, Anne Marie, and it vibrates. No, I'm just wondering, am I at that time? Because it sounds real good. I just feel like with my back and to be comfortable.
Didn't you say you slept on one of those and it was not comfortable?
I slept on a sleep number bed in the Ronald McDonald House, and
gosh, of all
they were
memories.
they donated them, and I was very thankful to have somewhere to sleep, but not a fan of the
sleep number
bed. It was weird. It was like adjustable air, kind of.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like an air mattress.
Just want like a hospital bed. Is that what
She was a striker.
But just bought one, and they said it was like
Striker, if you're listening.
we're getting to those years.
$7,000
That's
for one of those. And I'm like, I don't
ridiculous.
know, but they have cheaper brands.
You
and
could
I
do
thought,
like you have to do with the kids with reflux and just put a couple of
pillows.
pillows under your mattress.
Maybe even like for the bedroom, maybe the adjustability would be real nice. I don't
I
know.
have sex chairs.
Can I see yours?
I don't have one, but I mean, everybody knows that.
That in my
chirp,
room, and
chirp.
Mom's gonna be like, "What's that chair? Can I sit in it?" Like, what's
You know, you'd get one and your doodles would be,
My
it would be
doodles.
like their new little perch
my
because
doodles are little.
Her doodles are
stinkers.
everywhere all of the time.
They're very busy.
They're
if
in your
you
face.
can imagine 2 dogs on Adderall just having a free for all.
And they look like Muppets. Her dogs, she gets some grooms. They look like little
I did
Muppets.
post them on TikTok the other day. They're my
And
lazy.
You
my
come
lazy
into the
cat.
house, they will knock you over.
And if you say anything negative about the
baby.
doodles,
Oh,
she gets
yeah.
really
You can see
defensive.
One of her kids was a murderer, and she'd be like, okay, but my dog.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she had a party not too long ago at her house, and one of the guests is allergic, and you know they were just all over the place doodling as they do. And I'm like, Kath, I think you got to put the dogs away next time for the party. She's like, okay. And then it came up again, and she's like, I know you told me already.
And I will, okay?
Yeah,
Just bring
she
that up
gets-
again.
He gets real
So
offended.
sensitive about her doodles. But I have a freaking doodle, so I know how they are. They're spazzes.
Your dog
They're
isn't as big
absolutely
as a
well.
spaz.
That's because he was trained specially.
But
He's a little bit special.
But he's very smart. He's
good.
just run around crazy, but
he
he
is
won't
crazy.
jump on you.
Yeah, he is hyper. They're all hyper
they are.
because they're just
Doodles.
How
They're
about our
just
younger
mutts.
sister, Shih Tzu?
oh yeah, she's weird,
Maggie. Real the
Weird.
weirdest dog I've ever met in my life.
real odd. I don't even know how to describe
She
her.
doesn't even let anybody pet her.
She loves mom, though. She loves mom.
We all know
She's
Mom.
real skittish.
Remember when I was trying to take the damn dog out and we were chasing her around the kitchen table?
You
We're
had
like,
to learn.
you had to-
15 minutes.
You got to bribe her with a piece of cheese.
Yeah, to take her out.
And
potty.
mommy's like, what's going on? I'm like, we can't catch the dog to take her out.
She's the cutest dog. She's so ugly. She's cute and she has bangs.
She does. She has bangs. Dumb and Dumber bangs.
And then Colleen gets real sensitive because her dog never gets showcased on the groomer's Facebook page, but
She
Anne
switched
Marie's
groomers, though. Did you know?
Yeah, she left the groomer.
Anne Marie's dog gets posted every time she gets groomed because
Talk
she's a
about a
little
yapper.
4-pound little
Yeah.
Yorkie. Gemma,
yeah.
she's adorable.
But her dog definitely is not a people person except
No.
for Colleen and
Mom.
her children and mom. And it was her daughter's birthday gift.
It was. I forgot about that.
And we have a sweet 16 party coming up next week for
Yeah,
one of
that'll-
our nieces.
That'll be
And
fun.
then Ginger's birthday's in 2 days,
Which
just
is one of
along
the
with
doodles.
Megan's son.
How old is your son going to be, Megan?
24.
24.
Big 2-4.
2-4. I just had a 2-5
Yeah.
and a 2-7.
There goes Father Time stealing away from me another year.
Yeah.
Yep. It never ends.
That's what I've always said. I don't care how old I am. It never bothered me, my age. Still doesn't. But to know that my kids are, one of them's pushing 30 is just beyond my belief. He comes over because his childhood cat is still at our house.
Yeah, speaking of animals, tell everybody how that one plays out
So
at night.
she's 16 years old. And when our oldest son moved out, we just thought it would be better if she stayed with us. So he comes to visit 2 or 3 days a week. And usually she's sleeping at the end of our bed. So he'll bust in our bedroom and come pick his cat up. But in the middle of the night now, she bellows all
She yells.
night long. And it sounds like a human going, hello, hello.
She was upset and peed on your husband's back
Yeah. Yeah.
in the middle of the night.
It was around 4th of July and she was just all messed up. And so we just fell asleep and my husband's like, what the heck? And he's like, the cat just peed on my back. And I was howling hysterical. And so he just went and got in the shower and I had to clean it up. I'm like, this is just great.
Because every time like one of our dogs pukes or has an accident, it's my fault.
I hate cats.
You wanted the dog.
You
wanted
wanted
the pet.
Please, Dan did not want any of the doodles, but he sent me a picture today. He was out in the garage and he had them tethered out there with him watching football.
That's how my
And
husband is with our dog.
We get in bed and they climb all over him and lay on him all night. All night.
Oh no.
I don't
could
want
never.
the dogs.
I could never.
Oh, one of my dogs sleeps on my pillow with me.
What about Gems?
I
so little.
don't like sharing my bed with other people, let alone
You're cold.
animals.
You're a cold, hard woman.
I get hot. I like my space and I like to be comfy, which brings me to back to the mattress talk. I can't find a plush enough mattress.
You like them really
I like
fluffy.
I like
luxury.
I want to sleep on
With a feather top.
Yeah, I probably
Go
could, but
buy
then I
one.
get overheated.
That's
just
hard
Need the
then.
Craftmatic adjustable.
No.
I think
I'm not getting the striker, Kathleen.
I think it'll.
Do you want the one with the nurse button on it too?
Yes.
It could turn her ever.
A lot
You
of-
too.
A lot of them have massage now and a USB port. So
Got percussion too. If you want to break up the pneumonia in your heart,
Yeah, it does. And yeah, it can turn you every 2 hours if
and
you
it can
want.
sit you straight up to get out of the bed.
Yep, to
I
stand
like
up.
that idea. I like that idea.
Those
I
are
might
probably
look
more
into
like
that.
$50,000.
If not
Hey,
more.
Facebook Markets, I might be able to find something cheap, like a hospital bed that I could just put next to our king size and our
That several people passed away in.
Why not?
Oh my gosh.
Have you, speaking of Facebook Marketplace, there is a TikTok creator. His name's Chris Guerrera, and he does all these skits of Facebook Marketplace interactions.
Is it the one where he pretends he's like the retired ladies?
Yeah, like he is so freaking
I'm
hysterical.
going to have to look him up.
Yeah, that's one of my TikToks that I've been watching, and
So
he's
he
just so
spoofs.
funny. He does, and it's actual conversations. I enjoy.
I'm going to
watching.
have to look him up.
That's funny.
I'll tag him, and then everybody can watch it. And as far as TikToks go, I'm sort of not much, but I do like Aaron Parnas.
Oh, yes. We talked about him last week,
Did
how
we
he's
talk
our
about that?
only like non-biased news source right now that we can get accurate information from because I don't have TV anymore.
Well, that's all going to change because
Oh,
TikTok
TikTok's-
is being bought out,
It already did. He
and
signed
then
it,
they're
but-
going to be. You're not going to be able to supposedly talk about politics
Well,
on TikTok
That
anymore.
would be fine.
Yeah.
He's on Substack too. Like if there's
Right.
a lot of good.
Which I would be perfectly fine if there was no more politics.
Oh my gosh, yes. Because sometimes you don't want to do them scroll.
much. It's
Sometimes you
just too
do not
much
wanna do them
anymore.
scroll.
I just turn my eye the other way. I'm
Just flip past it.
yeah, I just like the funny stuff because I don't know, with working all day and then just
That's my
dealing with mom and-
relaxation. Absolutely.
I just want the
Dark.
funny stuff and then just stupid hints and tips on how to sew a button. I don't know.
I like the people who like do like a TikTok trend and it fails. Like, you know how like sometimes like the younger people will do like with their partner like a flip over. And then you see like an older couple trying it and they're like dumping each other on the floor.
I just feel like with everything that's so serious going on in the world, I just want
You mindless.
mindless.
Have you seen the teenager who's trying to buy the house at the end of her property?
No.
Oh.
There's this house that was in her family for years at the front of the property where her parents live. And she's maybe 14. And her aunt and uncle built it, and it's for sale now. And she wants it back in the family. So she went on TikTok and she's like, if everybody just Venmos $1, I can buy this house.
Venmo her $1.
And so the day before yesterday, she had $70,000. I think the house is 140.
Wow.
And her parents told her that if she got the money, that would be her house. And the dad it's his TikTok page.
So, okay, speaking of that, would you want to buy the house we grew up in?
Absolutely. Not now because all my kids' memories are in this house. But
right.
if I could have bought it when I was moving into a home, I would have.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been cool to pass.
To redo it.
Keep on going through the family. I don't ever want to sell my house.
Yeah, I could see that.
Or not, unless we have to.
Right. And Dan's like, oh, when we sell our house, I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
So, like,
He
your
said,
kids'
when we sell our
memories.
house, we're not going to need this big of a house in retirement. I'm like, well, we're not selling this house. I want to keep this house. I love my house.
As long as you can.
I
Yeah.
mean, it has a lot of steps. It's a quad, but I don't care. I'll get a chair.
I
lift.
love my house. I love it.
I
but
love
it's
your
just
house.
not. It's getting harder as the little guys get older.
Yeah. You need a
A ranch.
ranch
Mm-hmm.
and a podcast room.
And a podcast,
room.
And I want one of those massive closets, walk-in closets with the island in the middle of it,
Ooh.
like a dressing room. I would like that.
That
No,
would be
I don't
nice.
care about that. I would like flowers.
Yeah, that'd be
You
nice.
want a magical secret garden.
Like my whole backyard.
That would
Different
be awesome.
flowers, wildflowers. I could.
And here I am. I just
Do
want
that
my
all day.
bathroom redone. That's all I want. I've been wanting that for the last 5 years. So I think that we are going to go live maybe in the next couple podcasts. We'll advertise ahead of time and let everybody know. And I think at that point we might have Big Mare on.
Yeah.
She said, I asked her last night when we went out to dinner, I said, when are you going to come on the podcast? She's like, oh, never. And I'm like, I think we have
She
plans.
really sort of doesn't have a say-so in the matter.
I said, a lot of our podcast is about you. And she said, oh, I'm embarrassed. I'm like, we haven't said anything embarrassing. Some
embarrassed
of the
about.
Marisms, and there's a good one that she needs to talk about.
Which one?
The one when she was talking to her neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good one.
That's Mom has to tell
That's
that
the
one.
ultimate Marism right there. And
that's hysterical.
coming soon. And if she refuses to tell it, we'll let Kathleen tell
Oh
it.
my gosh, I was there. She told the story to me. I wanted to die. So that's a secret. We can't tell you that one. So that's just a little bit of a sneak peek.
Secret Marism.
So we'll probably do a Friday or Saturday in the upcoming week. And if you guys had any questions during the
Are
live,
we going to be on camera for the live? Is
We'll
that
have
like
to. Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
a
you
TikTok
really-
situation,
you're in
right?
live.
We'll have to set
Yes.
that up.
so we'll do live. And then we'll have to also, maybe brush our hair,
Put some
put
lipstick on.
lipsticks on,
Little rouge.
little rouge.
I was at a market today and there was a whole table set up of Avon.
Oh.
Did you know that was still around?
Remember the little lipsticks and all the
Yes.
samples we used to play with?
People swear by the Skin So Soft
She had a
lotion
bunch of it.
for mosquito repellent.
I was with my future daughter-in-law and I'm like, look at Avon table. I've never seen this. She's like,
what is Avon?
What's Avon? I'm like, have you ever seen the Skin So Soft stuff? She's like, no.
Avon calling.
And I told her they used to come door to door. They drop off a catalog and
Sample perfume,
And sample-
lipsticks.
it was
nice
amazing.
shampoos.
and then they would call and say, what numbers, what do you want? And then the mom would always place the order. And then she would come and bring it in a bag with like all the little samples. It used to be like Christmas when they came.
It was.
The bubble baths.
Yes. We
Oh,
had
the bubble
stocking
baths.
stuffers of the little lipsticks.
The raging UTIs with the bubble bags.
But
The burning.
yeah, I didn't know it was still a thing. But she had a whole table and it was like all summer
There's
stuff.
still,
That was
Tupperware still around.
there was a Tupperware table too.
and that stuff's amazing.
They have a vintage line
yes.
with
I
the old
love it.
pitcher and the cups. Yeah.
Yes, like the orange and the avocado green. But yeah, that's making a comeback. And I feel that's a good bridal shower gift to give to a girl someday.
Do you know what I think is a good bridal shower gift? Whatever they register
Oh,
for.
absolutely. Don't go off the registry.
Yes. Do not buy something
don't veer away
that's
from
not
that.
on the registry, people.
There is somebody I know that's having a baby, and they said, you do not feel obligated to give us anything. Your presence at our shower is more than enough.
Oh,
but
that's
if you
sweet.
do decide, please just stick to the registry so that
don't get duplicates.
there's no confusion or duplicates. They live in an apartment, so they don't want to get a whole lot of stuff.
That makes sense.
Like different.
I think that's good advice. I was just telling my son, my oldest, I said, if you get a separate invitation for a wedding, I said, and
Or
it says,
anything.
and guest,
Mhm.
I said, be prepared to give a gift. I said,
Absolutely.
you are responsible for getting a gift. And if for some reason you cannot afford that, you at least give them a little something.
Look, whatever you can give is
Whatever you can give. I said, but etiquette is that.
Or at least
you just
a
don't
card.
show up without
You never
something.
show up to a party or a shower or a wedding without a gift.
Especially with the dollar stores nowadays. You can put together such a cute little basket or
Anything.
a picture
Exactly.
frame, print their picture from Facebook and put their picture in it. Something to show your appreciation for your
heartfelt.
invitation.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I just feel like,
Because honestly, some people can't afford.
Absolutely, and that's okay.
but two, if you're sending out a save the date 6 months in advance, you know well in advance that whether or not you can afford to go to that wedding. I just feel like you can give something, whether it be a $10 gift
I guess
certificate
you're
to
right.
go to dinner. It doesn't have to
So
be
let me ask you
$150.
Right.
This thought, because you just went to something that was out of town. So for weddings that you have to travel to,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like those guests need to give a gift? Because I was looking on Facebook and there's kind of like a 50-50 on that, whether if you're traveling to Europe or
I think as-
something like that, Mexico.
I think as a bride and groom, if you're expecting family to travel and pave their way, you should not expect a gift. But I myself would at least bring
A little something.
something. Yes.
So on Facebook, it was like I think it was the mother of the bride who invited their whole family, and it was in Mexico. And a lot of them came and brought gifts, but there were 2 members of the family that she knows are well off that didn't. They just gave a card and said, thank you so much for inviting us. And she was really miffed that they didn't give a gift.
I think that expecting something from someone that they knew were well off is just not right. I feel also that myself, if I go to an out of town wedding, I'm always going to give something. And
Absolutely.
I mean, and it also depends who.
Understood.
I would, but I'm one of those people that veers off the registry sometimes. No, I like to flourish the gift with
Something extra.
Right.
So
right.
let me ask this final question. If you were going to a wedding where you knew they were paying a lot per plate, costing over $100,000, and maybe your only one spouse is working, say, or you have littles, like what do you do in that situation?
I think that if that were me throwing the wedding, I would not expect anybody to pay that.
Right.
I know your situation when I invite you. So I don't think I should expect you to give a gift that big.
But even if you live in that area and you're not traveling,
I still wouldn't expect a full gift like that. I mean, maybe a little something, but
and I agree with you because I feel like the bride and groom are choosing to have a very lavish
right.
wedding. And not everybody can afford to give lavish gifts. But I think in certain areas of the country it's different. People bring gifts from the registry instead of here in the Midwest, it's cash.
Right.
So,
And if I were attending a black tie wedding, myself personally going, you give a black tie gift. I just feel like if I couldn't afford to give an appropriate gift, I would feel out of place.
Would you not go?
Probably not.
Okay.
That's a thought too.
That's fair. So what is everybody's thoughts out there? Leave us a comment on what your view is. If you can't afford to give a gift, should you be attending a wedding?
Well, that's a controversial question. Absolutely.
And we'll save that for the next episode. We will delve into the answers we get.
Yes.
So like, follow, and share, and listen on all of our platforms, and we will see you next week.